everybody on social media now who is claiming to be a millionaire, or they make six figures, or whatever the case may be, a lot of people are very curious how they're able to scale their business in like a year from 0 to 100,000, 200,000, or whatever the case is. And we were having a conversation off camera about the power of like paid ads and how you have to get exposure. Because I think the biggest issue that a lot of people who start in business is their audience is just friends and family. You have nobody. And take for account this pod, where we just got monetized now, and officially, because before we thought we got there and crossed the threshold, we didn't quite make it. But we were
able to take donations.
Right.
Fuck you guys, by the way. Nobody donated to us. You guys all fucking
I think we got one. I think we got one or two.
We got one?
Yeah, I think we had one or two.
Listen, that one or two people that did a donation.
Yeah.
You're invited to the penthouse. All black party.
Yeah. But
I'm not rich enough to say that. I take it back. I'm not rich enough to say that yet.
Right.
But you're invited to the penthouse. You can come watch us live. The rest of you guys, fuck you guys.
Yeah. Fuck you.
We were monetized for apparently, or fake monetized for like a month and a half.
Yeah, month and a half, and
nobody donated.
Right, it wasn't legitimate. But basically, with starting up the businesses and scaling it from there, because we could really, and it's a beautiful thing is that now that it's January at the time of the taping, we can use this as a as a case study to see, all right, well, market, advertise, pay with ads, and see how you can get in front of new audiences. And you were saying that with, let's just say in my situation where I could get blocked left and right or something like that, the platform pays me. I don't play the platform. That's one of the reasons why I don't necessarily have a rep exclusive, to me. But in businesses, and you're just starting, paid ads, if you could explain to people how you get your stuff in front of strangers, because ultimately that's who your customers are going to be. Yeah,
I mean, there's a couple. This is my fucking field where I made all my money. So, I mean, I could talk about this forever. But I guess long story short, this is the best way I could explain it. Paid ads is essentially paying a social media platform like YouTube, like Google, like Facebook, like Instagram, like TikTok, giving them money to force feed your content onto people.
Right.
That's essentially, in a nutshell, what it is. The issue with it and why it doesn't work for a lot of people is they try and force feed someone stuff that people don't like anyways. So let's say you have a video, it gets like, 5 views. Content is just trash, not good, not interesting. Doesn't matter how much you spend on paid ads, you can't force feed that to someone.
Right.
In the same way that, like, let's say you make a song, because musicians are the biggest ones that, like, biggest culprits when it comes to this. Don't make a song, they're like, man, the label don't want to put me out. No labels are signing me. It's because, well, they know they have no faith in your music. I got no marketing. I need help marketing my music. It's fire, but no one knows about it. And it's like, no, it's not that fire enough to the point where people will share it. Mm-hmm. It's good. So even if you were to put money behind it, advertising your music, people are gonna hear it, they're gonna be like, skip, next thing. Because how many times have you skipped a YouTube ad?
Shit ton of times.
Shit ton of times.
But I think also in the production of the ad as well, or I should say the process in how you do your ad or you do your video, because usually, what is it now, like hook? You want to have the hook, and then
so typically you want to have, because like we live in the world of retention, right? So like you want to have any sort of video, you want to have like a catchy hook that sucks them in.
Yep.
You want to have fast cuts, boom, 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 things happening every single time. You want to kind of like that's what people use retention tricks. Make sure you stay to the end of this video to see this, or make sure you watch to the end of this video to see this. Make sure you do this. Like they try and suck you in to get to the end of the video.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, the name of the game is when it comes to content, at least, it's you want to hook someone in, and you want to keep someone engaged for however long. The person that can drop the longest YouTube video that sucks people in the longest, that's what gets promoted by the algorithm. But more than that, that's stuff you could start force feeding people. Mm-hmm. So a great strategy for us for paid ads, we don't force feed anyone something they don't want to be force fed.
Right.
If there's a baby and you're trying to feed it shit that doesn't taste good, or even a human, you can have a human and be like, oh, this is good food, try it, and you force feed them, like, I don't like it. Someone could not like fucking, I don't know, the Mexican candy.
Right.
You don't like it. So like for me to force feed it to you, it's gonna be like you'll eat it, but you're not gonna enjoy it. You're not gonna go and do it on your own accord, right? So the same goes for any sort of paid ads. Any sort of paid ads that you're doing, let's say you have a product or a song or a video and you're trying to force feed it on people, unless it's good, unless they would actually consume it themselves, they're not gonna stick with it.
So is that primarily why you have to make sure that, you know, you're targeting the right individuals? So let's just say with the tags, the location, if you have something that is exclusive to, let's just say, Detroit,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to market that to somebody who's in Arkansas.
Exactly.
Or somebody who's in Oregon, because it's
Exactly.
exclusive to just like, what's in Detroit? The Coney Island. They have a Coney Island in Detroit where
It's
they
just
have like a
like
Coney hot dog, you know, because
Yeah.
in New York we have, you know, Coney Island as well. But Detroit's, it's like theirs is a little bit different
Is it
than
like
ours.
Epstein's Island?
No, well, not quite like Epstein's Island, but they do have hot dogs there. To be consumed by
Whoa!
adults, and you know.
Whoa!
But one way or another, you see, they got to find a way to make a parallel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Assiduous podcast.
Right, where we talk about hot dogs on SPIs, but one way or another. With the over there, you want to make sure that you don't market things to the wrong audience. And there's
Yeah.
something else that I learned a term in researching just with ads and everything, like retargeting. You
Yeah.
know, individuals who are actually interested.
Oh, we're getting into it
in
this one. I
their,
like it.
you know, and retargeting ads.
Yeah.
Because once somebody now is, I guess, pulled in, you see, all right, well, we have retention from this particular kind of audience. You would now keep them in the hamster wheel.
Yeah. So the way it works with marketing, you build an ecosystem. So in the grand scheme of things, let's say there's a product that's really good. We know the product's hot. I forgot I was saying this. One thing we do now for all the businesses, companies, we don't force feed someone something that they don't like. So we'll use like a TikTok or a social media algorithm to validate it first and make sure that people like it. So if a video goes viral, we know that people like it because they consume this all on their own. Nobody force-fed this to them. They literally saw it, consumed it, and we know it works. So then we take these videos that are working, and that's what we start pushing as a paid ad because we're like, okay, this works already. Let's take this video that's working, make people watch it. So then they found out about us. Because now it's not a matter of like, hey, will people consume it? We know for a fact they will consume it. Because step one, when it comes to any ad, make sure that people, whatever it is you're feeding someone, your product, your service, make sure that people need it. It's validated.
Right.
It's consumable. So we know it's consumable already. Step two, that's when we run the paid ads to the people and get them to see it because they know it's consumable. And then step three would be the retargeting. Step two, you're getting all the new people to find out about you. Step three is now you are maximizing what you get out of these people.
Okay.
So as a YouTuber, you make a certain amount of money if someone watches one of your videos.
Yep.
But the reason YouTube is so profitable for you or for anyone is because people won't just watch one. Because personally, me, I've watched probably 12, 15, 20 of your videos.
Ah, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's where the money's
thank
at. Because now it's like, okay, you make 1 cent from Renee watching a video versus you making 20 cents from Renee watching a video.
Right. You want to keep them there,
You know?
and constantly inside. Okay, so that makes sense.
So
Now-
the retargeting is almost like a reminder. It's kind of like, I watched one of your videos, I forget. I'm like, oh, that was a great video. But people are busy, they have lives. There's 100 other things taking their attention.
100%.
So then I forget about it, then all of a sudden you pop up on my feed. I'm like, oh shit, I remember this guy. Let me go look at his videos.
Right. That's why that recommended slot on YouTube is always filled with the next to somebody's video. And I notice a lot of different YouTubers because I tried to stay away from what was, you know, relatively traditional. Oh, well, stay until the end of this video to get this. And then in the midst of the video, oh, well, if you like this one, then you'll like this one as well. But then I've noticed if you want to keep people there, you kind of have to say those things so that they know. Furthermore, I'm glad that you mentioned with before you even get to the retargeting, you kind of want to have that proof of concept first, right? So let's just say if you're somebody who's a startup, you know, you have a business or you're starting in social media, you're starting as a musician, whatever the case is. If nobody's listened to anything, you can't figure out what actually works. So you kind of have to throw stuff up against the wall, see what hits, and then from that point, now you don't kind of go in blind. Because I think a lot of people just go in blind and they don't give themselves the time to identify what works first. Because I think that's probably the biggest thing. Because somebody like me who's established in YouTube, I can say, all right, this video has 1 million views. If I want to try to 10x this and push this out there, then I can use this, market that because it's already worked, and then see, all right, what's the return? How many new faces are coming up in there? Because like, for example, with my Michael Venom Page video that had gotten to 10 million views, that one, I didn't do any marketing on it at all.
But you know people like it.
But I know people like it. So if I wanted to go and just push that out into the ethos again of the internet just to see, all right, well, it reached 10 million. Let's see if I could reach 30. Yeah. Right. So that type of situation, you have something that works. And I think with platform like a TikTok, or even with Instagram, but Instagram is much on a lesser level. Because even with YouTube, like on Shorts and stuff like that, for somebody who's just starting, because I think TikTok is probably the most algorithmless one.
TikTok's the easiest to pop.
It's the easiest one to pop. So you just got to find one that has generated a good amount of views, because you could just keep posting. One just has to pop off. But what number would you say is the kind of appropriate amount of, whether it be views, engagement, that you would say, hey, you might want to take this and throw it into some paid ads?
I mean, there's not really a specific number.
Okay.
Right? There's because that's a weird question, because it's like, it's relative for everyone.
Right.
There's creators that average 200,000 views per video. There's some that average
fair enough. Yeah,
10,000 views per video.
Yeah, because there could be some videos that they have a high in number, but then the conversion rate is very low, and then they can have videos that have low in number, but the conversion rate's high.
The only number that matters is how it does compared to your other videos.
Right, 100%. So you just look for what's your best performing video, because I think for
you have a bunch of videos with 1 million views, right? But the Michael Venom page is probably the best one.
That's definitely number one. Yeah. Right.
The same applies for like me. I have a bunch of videos viral, but some are just more viral than others.
Yeah.
And then that's the one that gets promoted. And the same principle for marketing works everything. So we talked about content. Like if you were to do it from a content perspective, you take your most viral content, the MVP video, that's the proven one already. You run paid ads behind that, and then you do the retargeting with, let's say, another video that has a lot of views, so then they get back into your circle, right? With music, you validate your music by dropping a song, and in the beginning, it's always just volume. Like, you don't know what's gonna work on YouTube until you drop a bunch.
Right.
Same thing with songs. You drop a bunch of songs, you get one that hits, and you're like, oh, this one's a hit, cool, we're pushing that. And labels, that's exactly what record labels do, and they've been 100%. Around for like 100 years.